Hello everyone, our project is called Levito Nest. The scenario given to us was to build a web-based web application for furniture retailer, allowing designers to visualize how furniture items would look in customers' room while considering the room size, shape, and color scheme. My role in the project was setting up the overall project architecture and prepare the development environment so that all 16 members could work efficiently. I initialized the front end using React with White as the build tool and used Tailwind CSS to ensure consistent and accessible styling across the application. On the back end, I configured Node.js and Express server connected to SQLite database. Also set up our GitHub repository with 6 feature branches, one for each team member. Following an agile workflow as required by the coursework brief, the technology stack was selected React, Fabric.js, 3JS, Node.js, and SQLite was carefully chosen to meet both the functional requirements and the HCI and user experience principles outlined in the brief. In addition to the project setup, I also implement the image export feature. This allows designer to save a snapshot of the completed 2D room layout as an image file directly from the design tool. This provides customer with a tangible output they can take home and refer to after their consultation, adding practical value to the application while supporting the non-functional requirement of engagement and efficiency. Thank you, and I hand over Harsha to continue.
Thank you, Sanjit. My contribution was implementing the authentication system for the designer side of the application. According to the functional requirement, designers must be able to log in to manage their design portfolio, and that is exactly what I built. I create the login and registration pages on the front end using React with clear form validation and user feedback to align with HCI principles such as error prevention and immediate system response. On the back end, I implemented secure JWT based authentication routes and middleware. When I design a login, they receive a token that keeps their session active across the application. This token is stored securely and verified on every project request. I also ensure the authentication flow is smooth. If a user is already logged in, they are taken directly to their dashboard, and if not, they are prompted to log in before accessing any design features. The interface was designed to be clean and minimal, reducing cognitive load for the user during the login process. I hand over the demo to continue.
Thank you, Harsha. My part of the project was the room management system and the database design. Before designer can create any layout, they need to define the room, and that is the foundation I built. I designed the SQLite database schema that stores all data in the system, including user accounts, room specifications, furniture placements, and saved designs. I then built the backend API routes for creating, updating, and deleting rooms. When a designer sets up a new room, they can specify its name, dimensions, and centimeters, shape, color, and scheme, all of which are stored and relative through the API I developed. This directly addresses the functional requirement to enter the storeroom specifications. I also applied include validations on the background to prevent incorrect data from being saved, which supports the non-functional requirements for error prevention. The room data is then passed to the designer tools so the canvas accurately reflects the real dimensions and the customer's room. Uh, I hand over to Janidu.
Thank you, Dimut. I'm Janindu Dompage. My contribution was the 2D room designer, which is the core feature of Levito Nest. I used Fabric JS to build an interactive canvas where users can drag and drop furniture into their room, rotate items, change colors, and adjust shading. I also connected it to the backend so designers can be saved and reloaded. The designer supports multiple furniture categories like seating, beds, and media units. I hand over to Hiruni.
Thank you, Janidu. I'm Atukorela Pushpakumara, and my role was to create the 3D visualization feature, which is very important for both the technical side and user experience. After designer arranges furniture on the 2D canvas, they can switch to the 3D view to show a realistic version of the room to the customer. I built this using 3.js and React 3 Fiber, which are popular tools for 3D web graphics. The 3D view shows the room in 3 dimensions with walls, floor, and all the furniture placed just like on the 2D layout. Furniture positions, rotations, and colors match exactly what was chosen in 2D. The camera can rotate and zoom, giving a full 360-degree view in the room. This meets the requirement to turn 2D designs into 3D views for realistic presentations. It also makes the experience more engaging, helping customers feel confident about their choices. That was my part. Next, I'll hand it for Punuj.
Thank you, Hiruni. My contribution focused on the user interface design and user experience, which are important for the HCI part of this project. I designed the landing page, navigation bar, and dashboard, and kept design consistent in this whole application. I followed simple UX rules like clear layout, same colors, good construct, and responsive design for different sizes screen sizes. I also made the navigation easy to use, so users can move between pages without confusion. The application looked professional and is suitable for future furniture retail system and easy to use. Thank you.